or later?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh my God. Tell me she wasn't a madam in another life.
I was. Probably why I'm such a prude now.
It could be. You just wore it out. You used it all up.
I did.
Oh, where's
I did. I used all my juju. My juju is gone.
Okay. It is Tipsy Techno Tuesday. And I'm probably the only one that has any Kahlua in their drink. So
Dang, I forgot my drink.
how can you forget that? It's like the whole theme of the day. If you were being paid, I'd fire you for not drinking.
Thank you.
So we are the Spiritual Neighborhood. The Spiritual Neighborhood is a grassroots community project of the Council of Families for Children, a 501c3 nonprofit. We believe that sick can be fixed, so we support services that improve the quality of life for the body, mind, and spirit for the integration of a healthy, happy human. I'm worried my dog's at the groomer for the first time.
Oh,
You think she's going to be stressed?
maybe
My Purador. I love that
she
word.
may not. She may not like the dryer.
I know. So, all right. So, Elizabeth, it's Halloweeny day, and you look like it's. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it's bad.
I cannot believe it would keep you from not saying something.
Well, I said you look like you're dressed for Blow Me Day.
Well, all I can say to that is surprise.
She's dressed for the Halloween extravaganza. That's what she.
Yes, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on intros to the Halloween extravaganza.
Do you think it's interesting that so many women for Halloween dressed in very sexually provocative costumes and men dressed in really childlike, sometimes babyish costumes for Halloween?
Yeah, it's well, when to me it was the greatest time of the year because you could be anybody you wanted to be, and it was okay. You had permission.
Okay.
I was always some kind of cat, a leopard, a black cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been all kinds of things. I've been ghosts. I've been vampires. I've been Catwoman. I've been a dominatrix, but that was too close to reality. I didn't feel like I was dressing up at all.
Okay.
I've been gypsy.
Okay. Well, have a nice day. See y'all later.
Hi. She's got to go get her drink now. I believe that drink is in Denton, so I think she's on her way.
Okay. What's in Denton?
Nothing.
That was a joke. It was leaving.
Oh.
Going,
Well, if I was going to leave and go someplace exotic, it wouldn't be Denton.
I could go to San Antonio.
Yeah. You could go anywhere you wanted to. Why limit it to that?
right now I'm lucky I get out of Plano.
Hey, we're going to Europe next October.
As my friend said, you're going to Europe?
Yeah,
When?
next October.
But why? I wrong W. Why?
Halloween in London.
Y'all gonna go to London? Who is we? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so y'all are going someplace again?
I think.
You're going someplace again without me? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, do me with the board.
No.
Can we get to our list?
Sure. So,
Great.
last week we did the introduction. I have to say this. We did an introduction to introduce you guys to our concept of unfinished business. And we showed some videotapes. I thought it went really well. The girls were all mad at me.
It did. It was extraordinary.
I sprung it on them without any warning, but I thought that they flew by the seat of their pants beautifully. I thought it went really well, but they were all bitching at me. But they got
we were.
Yeah, they got over it. And so...
No, we didn't. We're still mad.
Whatever. Like I give a shit. And so we had started a list of the scariest places in America, so we didn't get to finish that. So we're going to finish that today, and if we get through that, I also have another list. Look, paper. And it is the creepy real events that actually happened on Halloween.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
Let's move right along.
I will actually turn up the volume so I can hear you.
Oh, my God.
Where is that lockjaw shot? Oh my God!
I can go anywhere and be disrespected like this. I don't have to come here.
No, I can't believe I said. Oh my God! I am so sorry.
I'm going to get her a cattle prod, and I'm going to prod her butt.
Oh my God! What is happening?
Okay, so in line with what Luann was saying about lions, tigers, and cats, the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago, Illinois, is one of our places that's most haunted. And it turns out that it is the most haunted place in the area, and with much more than just chimps roaming the area. From the 1840s to 50s, the heart of Lincoln Park also served as a city cemetery, housing 35,000 bodies. The cemetery was eventually moved due to its proximity to the city's water supply. Let that sink in.
That was before putting caskets in.
Oh, gee whiz.
Talk about getting some extra nutrients in your water.
Oh, God. Oh,
on a good day, it comes out as stew in the faucet.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh.
So, most...
I might have to go get that drink.
Well, go ahead. What the heck? Oh, my God. So, most of the bodies, but not all of them, were moved. So, are you following that?
Yes, we got it.
What are you doing? That's creeping me out.
Wait until you see this. That'll creep you out.
Oh, my God. All right. So, if you've ever watched a horror movie, you know what messing with burial grounds is the easiest way to get haunted, and the Lincoln Park Zoo is no exception. So, you're walking around with several thousand corpses all around you. But they also said that without a doubt, this is the most active site that's ever been investigated. And people have reported seeing ghosts there since it opened 150 years ago. We are sad to report, however, that no animal ghosts have been spotted there yet. You know why? Because animals have enough sense to go where they're supposed to.
They move on. They go across the Rainbow Bridge and say, see ya.
Yeah, they look, light, food, people. I'm going over there. To hell with this.
My friends are over there. Why should I stay here?
It's like a huge dog park with no fence.
Well, every once in a while, animals will show up to let them know, to let the owners know that they're really okay. And let me share this one thing with you, because I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. So I was reading for this client yesterday. We're getting close to the end. And so we're talking about her dog. And I said, well, so I've got to ask you, what is this big deal about this Pink thing? This dog is telling me to mention to you Pink. And she said, oh, my God. She said, I was in Las Vegas and I had left, she called him Slurpee. I had left him with some of my friends, and they dressed him up as a girl in pink. And she was so pissed. And I said, he's still pissed. He's still pissed about having been dressed up as a girl, because he is a dog boy, not a dog girl.
And I think he was just here with me because look what he left.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's funny.
It's blow me day.
Oh, my God. Okay, on to the next.
All right. The New Amsterdam Theater, New York, New York. Olive Thomas's story reads like the plot of a Broadway musical. She came to Manhattan at the age of 16, quickly won the title of the most beautiful girl, and became a member of the legendary Ziegfeld Follies. She died in 1920 at the age of 25 after swallowing mercury pills. Oh, my God. I can't imagine.
God.
Jeez.
But it wasn't long before her specter was spotted backstage at New Amsterdam in the full Follies regalia and carrying a blue pill bottle. She's since then been spotted many times at the theater, almost exclusively by men. Go figure. Theater employees still bid good morning and good night to her portraits hanging backstage. So that's Olive Thomas. I like the name Olive. Olive. I like that name. Olive oil.
Oh, of course. That's why. Yeah. Okay. I kept thinking, why does that sound familiar? Duh.
All right. Next is Moon River Brewing Company, Savannah, Georgia. Considered
Savannah. The
Savannah.
voodoo capital of the world.
Yep. Okay. So, Moon River Brewing Company has played many roles before becoming the beer house and restaurant it is today. The building began as a hotel in 1821 and then served as a hospital for yellow fever victims during the Civil War. Also, did you know something? I'm off topic. During 1918, with the Spanish flu, over 675,000 people died back then.
Oh my God, that would have been most of the population.
Was that worldwide?
No, that's just in the United States that I was reading. So there was less population, and we had over 3 times as many people die as we had with the coronavirus. So I don't know. It just makes you think.
How is that possible?
Well, in what way?
Well, haven't I seen pictures of people with masks on?
Yeah, they wore their masks. They had classes outdoors. They did a lot of the same things in relationship to their lifestyles as we've done. Mm-hmm. And they still had that many. So first of all, it shows that, number one, in my mind, that we do have better medical care. Number two, we did do a lot of the right things because in proportionate, 200,000 people to our population now is not very much compared to 675,000 in 1918. Anyway, that just popped in my head.
But you think maybe it's because I was going to say the sanitary conditions, but I don't, that's the first thing that runs across my mind.
What year was that?
1918.
1918.
Well,
Wow.
They say that we've actually made ourselves sicker because we sanitize too much, not just before
We
the
all
virus.
need to be playing in the dirt. That's what we need to be doing. I mean, when kids were out there playing in the dirt and building sandcastles and, climbing trees and all that stuff, it was benefit playing in the mud, especially.
I ate dirt.
They're
ate it.
developing their resistance to normal flora.
Well, and we ate after each other. We passed a Coke bottle around and drank after each other.
Oh my God! Here, you want a sip? You want a sip?
And
Think
just,
about it now.
And just going
You wanna
barefoot. The only place we didn't go barefoot was in a store because that was considered bad manners, not because of health. But we didn't wear shoes from May to September.
Why?
Me without shoes.
We weren't going to school. We don't need shoes.
Yeah.
Don't need no stinking shoes. All right.
Amazing.
So the Moon River Brewing Company, it was started as a hotel in 1821. Then it was a hospital. And then, so there was a lot of death when they were at a hospital, especially during the yellow fever during the Civil War. And they believe that that's where a lot of the activity comes from. They guest report seeing a woman in, I'm glad I didn't say that out loud. Seeing a woman in period clothing staring down from the top of the staircase. Other sightings include a taunting spirit named Toby in the basement and a spirit named Mrs. Johnson upstairs. But as long as you stick to the main level, you should be able to enjoy your beer in relative peace, unless you drink too much beer. And then if you drink, So then in North Carolina, we have Devil's Tramping Ground, which is in the woods deep in central North Carolina, about 50 miles south of Greensboro. And it's a mysterious circle where nothing grows, no plants or trees, and animals will not cross its path. And the reason is the 40-foot clearing is where the devil comes to stomp and dance every night, at least according to the legends. The area has built up quite the eerie reputation over the years, with people claiming to see red eyes glowing there at night and placing their belongings in the circle in the evening, only to find them thrown back out in the next morning, presumably so the devil can clear his dance floor.
That space is actually, it is really odd looking. All of a sudden you've got all this, major forest, and then there's this huge circle in the middle of this forest, and it is clear. There is nothing there.
No grass, no anything?
Not that I could tell.
That's what
And
it
it's
says.
called the Devil's Circle?
Devil's Circle.
Devil's Tramping Ground is what this says.
Tramping ground.
Mm-hmm. So even if they use something like red out or whatever that kills vegetation, that's only good for a year. It wouldn't explain why unless somebody's going out there every year and spraying it or whatever,
Well, Well, that was one of the things they showed on TV. It was an interesting thing to see. I mean, it was just really, really odd. But there were an awful lot of orbs, which really could have been bugs and, dirt and dust and all that stuff. But it's just odd how you're, tramping through all this forest and all of a sudden there's this clearing for no reason. And the
Be
trees
interesting to have a
are
voice
together.
box out there, a spirit box.
Yeah.
So do people avoid it?
No, people go over there and try and, see if they can see the devil all the time.
Okay, here's how you think about haunted places and people. When you have a 2-year-old and you say, don't touch that, it's hot, what do? They touch
They
it.
touch it?
Because what they hear is touch that.
Mm-hmm. We don't hear the word no and don't subconsciously.
Right.
And so people are just automatically drawn to things that they shouldn't do. Can't help themselves.
You would say, touch that knot.
Mm-hmm.
Touch that knot.
Or touch it and you die. That might impact them.
I always told my children, remember it's hot, and that hurt.
That was smart.
I didn't tell them don't touch it.
You really should state everything you can in the positive as much as possible.
Yes.
Yeah,
touch that and you die. That's so positive. It's positive. You will die.
Well,
that's a positive thing.
It's the positive truth.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm saying this right or not, but it's in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and it's Calcaso Courthouse. Calcaso Courthouse. It's Calcasieu. So
I don't know.
me either. So Tony Joe Henry was a former sex worker. That would be prostitute.
Tony Joe.
Tony Joe.
Tony Joe.
I got $5.
Hey.
I got $5 to make me holla. Tony Joe.
Tony Joe.
Really?
Way to ho.
Woo,
Tony Joe.
you went there. You
did.
You did.
I did.
She
I'm from the
killed.
South. I'm sorry, I digress.
Well, she really made this guy holler. She killed him in 1940.
Oh my goodness.
And it took 3 trials for a jury to convict charming Tony Joe, but she eventually became the first and only woman in Louisiana to be executed in the electric chair.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Don't touch the electrical outlet, Tony Joe.
Ooh.
So, however, her spirit is said to remain in the courthouse where workers can feel her presence and even smell her burning hair.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That's gross.
Oh. Ooh.
They say she's always meddling with things at the courthouse on a daily basis, locking doors, fiddling with office equipment, making things not work. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, if you fry me, I'm going to do something worse than screw around with your office equipment.
Well, that is just not right.
I'm going to find something else to do. I'm going to tell you right now, I will be one pissed off bitch if you fry me.
Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what I would have done to deserve being fried.
Well, I think it's interesting it took 3 trials. I would love to know more about that just from a legal standpoint.
Yeah,
Why did it take 3?
Yeah.
Why wasn't it not just immediate on the first? And why did they keep going back?
Yeah.
Listen, weren't most juries men then?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if they were all
That's-
clients of hers
Yes, probably.
or wannabe clients.
Wannabe clients. Maybe they were afraid that she would reveal too much info.
Yeah. Could be. May have to look that one up just for fun. So then we have in Long Beach, California, the RMS Queen Mary.
Yes.
She was a warship. A lot of people don't know that, for a very short time during World War II. And then she was a luxury ocean liner from 1936 to 1967. During that time, it was the site of at least one murder, a sailor being crushed to death by a door in the engine room, and children drowning in the pool. Oh, that's terrible. The city of Long Beach purchased the chip. They purchased the chip.
It's a ship.
And they put the T's on the tip. The ship in 1967 and turned it into a hotel. Oh, that would be fun. And it still serves for that purpose today, although the reported ghosts of the deceased passengers get to stay for free. That was funny.
Get to stay for free. Well, I don't want to die just to stay for free.
Yeah, really. So for an extra dose of spine-tingling experiences, see if you can visit the ship's engine room, which is considered by many to be the hotbed of paranormal activity.
Ouch, ouch.
Why the engine room? What the hell?
I don't know.
All right, next is San Francisco, California, the Queen Anne Hotel. It was built in 1890, and the Victorian Hotel served as an etiquette school for girls. It's been reborn as a 48-room hotel, and remnants of the building's past life still linger. The ghost of Miss Mary Lake, the school's late headmistress, is said to haunt the hotel, particularly room 410, her former office. Guests who stay in that room might wake up to find their clothes have been unpacked or the blankets closely tucked around them in bed. Could you do my laundry too, miss?
Really? Can you put grease in my pants? Thank you.
God. They're working themselves to death, except they're already dead. Isn't that fascinating?
It's like, why are you still working? Why don't you go on and enjoy yourselves?
Yeah, that's somebody that's confused. I don't get that.
Ghostly apparition.
Okay, this is one that a lot of people enjoy because of all the conspiracy theories. In Detroit, Michigan, is the Masonic Temple.
Yes.
We have a beautiful Masonic temple in downtown Dallas. The Shriners Building Masonic Temple. It's gorgeous. It has tons of history in it. I love going there. And it's open for, when we don't have the virus, you can rent it for events, ballrooms and things like that.
Really? I did not know that. Oh my gosh, that would be an interesting place.
Yes. And what's really interesting is that one of the lodges that meets there is the Cochran Lodge, and that's one of my relatives that helped found Dallas years ago. Because my mother's a Cochran.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that explains a lot.
So this what?
Okay. Go on. Just go on. Just.
So the Masonic Temple has 16 floors. It has 1,000 plus rooms. Can you imagine? 1,000.
That's a lot of work.
It is, and a Gothic facade. The Masonic Temple is one of the most imposing additions to Detroit's skyline, and according to the rumors, there's also been more to it that meets the eye, like hidden passageways. See, that's the stuff I want to see, and staircases. The most famous urban myth associated with the temple is that its architect, George D. Mason, legend has it that Mason went bankrupt funding the construction and then leapt to his death from the roof. You'll be hard-pressed, though, to find facts to back this up, but it certainly does help explain reports of a ghost climbing the steps to the roof of the building.
Wow. That'd be kind of cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
What city is that in?
Detroit,
Michigan. My grandmother always said Michigan.
I like that. Michigan. That's the way it looks. You know, the English language, you cannot use phonics on it. It doesn't work all the time.
Well, it's interesting what you hear. Now, I'm going to say this about my brother. He probably would kill me if he actually knew I was actually saying this. But when he was growing up, you know how kids hear with certain things and, you know, they just believe that's the truth. And he would say, Pittsburgh, Pittsbird. It was Pittsburgh.
Birds in the tar pit. I love
Pittsburgh.
it. I love it. I love it. Love it. All right, so we got 2 more left, so I'm glad I did the other list or we would run out of things to say.
Oh, no.
We would be all speechless.
I doubt it.
No. Get real.
I vote for Luann. Yeah, she's right.
All right, Fall River, Massachusetts. Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast.
Ugh. I just cannot imagine that being a bed and breakfast. It just gives me the creeps.
People are just dying to get in there.
What would you like for breakfast? No, I don't think I want that.
A little hackberry pie, maybe?
No, jeez.
Wow.
Lady fingers? Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That could have been wrong. No.
Yeah. I'm not going there. So anyway,
let's go.
The story is she brutally killed her father and stepmother in 1892. She was acquitted of the murders. At the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast Museum, visitors can tour the house or spend the night, even staying in the room where Abby Borden was killed. Guests and employees have reported all kinds of strange activity in the house, including weeping and that's because they got their bill. And footstep sounds.
Wailing and gnashing of teeth. Oh my God, is how
$5,000 for this crappy room.
really?
They hear footsteps, weeping, and they see something that is dressed in Victorian era clothing wandering the halls, doors opening and closing, and muffled conversations coming from vacant. Well, hell, I got that at my house. Come on over.
Sorry to say, I got doors closing over here. It's like, okay, y'all just need to quit messing with that.
Yeah.
Lower the electric bill, why don't you, while you're at it?
Oh my God, seriously? So here's the thing. Does this really scare people, you think, when they see things like this, or is it just exciting?
Well,
A little of both.
Yeah.
especially if it's somebody you know something about, like Lizzie Borden. They've done shows and things about her and what she did. And
Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her father 40 whacks, gave her mother 41. What's the rest of it? Now her story
There's
is...
a sentence before, then she gave her mother 41.
and then what?
I don't remember what it is.
Now her story is dead and done, or something like that. I don't know. All right. So
She gave her mother 41. I mean, it's like after the dad, then there's that sentence. And so she gave her mother 41. I mean,
Yeah.
it's that sentence we're missing.
okay. All right. So I'm not getting paid to sing today. Whatever.
Oh, damn.
All right. Norwalk, Connecticut is our last one, and it's the Sheffield Island Lighthouse. It was built in 1868. Have you noticed there's a theme here? Everything was built in the 1800s, too. Why not the...
Yeah, that was a really bad time of the century.
Well,
Okay.
I'd hate to think that the average intelligence of people back then was so low that they didn't know they were dead. That's why it's so haunted.
Well, that's still happening today.
Go to
And
sleep.
they're walking.
Lay
They're
down.
actually walking and they're dead.
Lay your ass down. Be quiet. So let's see.
I just don't see you being a very quiet spirit. I mean, I don't vision that.
You think I'm going to come back here and see you people when I'm gone? Are you kidding? I got better things to do.
Yeah, you would, just for the hell of it. I'll show you just one look. Yeah.
Oh, I will. Yes, you're right. I will come back once, and that's just to come to your house and say, ha,
I
ha, ha.
just so you would come to the house and go, I'm here, you.
I'm going to come out and I'm going to tap on your window.
That was the weirdest thing. Honest to God, I have never had that. That was just bizarre.
Well, when you hear 10 taps, you know it's me.
Okay.
10 taps.
10.
10.
I want you to have no doubt in your mind it's me. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you hear 10, you're like, damn, it's Deborah.
Oh my God, it was 9. That wasn't her.
Well, maybe I was drunk and couldn't count.
I mean, seriously. Did I miss a tap? Oh my God, was that 10?
All right,
That's
hush.
a high possibility that
Hush.
she won't be able to count that high.
Well, now that's God's truth right there. That's God's truth.
Ooh, ouch.
You go ahead and preach it.
Ouch.
I'm passing the plate on that one. Woo, that was good.
Passing the plate.
That gave me shivers. What was I talking about? Oh, the lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Yeah. It was built in 1861 to help the ships across the whatever. It's a 45-minute ferry ride from South Norwalk. It's 10 rooms, Victorian-style lighthouse, and it has problems. It has real big problems. In 72, the lighthouse's original keeper died suddenly while watching passing ships with a spyglass. His death was never fully explained. And then in 1991, an archaeologist working on historic site preservation reported several mysterious happenings, including a mystical music coming from the shores, mermaids. Ooh, come have sex with me, you sexy sailors.
I'm not hearing anything pertaining to the Grammys. Okay, let's continue.
Oh, you know what Sharon Osbourne says? She says that there are no mermaids. It was just dolphins, and the sailors would have sex with the dolphins because they were so horny. That's what she said.
That's right, she did.
Yeah.
And I think even Ozzy went, Sharon!
No, she's a sick puppy.
Oh.
So they've had cries for help, the sound of a foghorn. Well, go figure. That's dumb. Despite there being no foghorn on the island, really, we can prove there's no foghorn anywhere in the the vicinity. And many believe the sounds were the work of the ghost of Captain Robert Sheffield, who originally purchased the islands in the 1800s and had a knack for weird musical instruments. Today, Sheffield Island Lighthouse offers guided tours from May through September.
Ooh. That time's over.
I'm so creeped out, I could go to sleep.
Oh, wow. Boo, y'all.
I'm telling you.
Well, it would be fun to go to some of those places.
It would be.
This says, Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done,
There.
she gave her father 41.
I knew the word was done. I knew it was in
Totally
there.
wrong. I was totally wrong.
No, you were right.
Yeah, I was too.
Oh.
Okay, so now we've got the creepy real events that actually happen on Halloween. Halloween's
All right.
more than candy corn and pumpkins.
We're ready
If she
now.
shoves that in my face when I'm around her, I'm going to knock it down.
She just likes to hear it. It's
You'd
fine.
have to be invited over here first.
Oh, I don't have to. I'll just come down. I'm not used to waiting. I'll go where I want to. I'm a grown woman. I pay my own bills.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so the title for this little story is called Wrong Place at the Wrong Time.
Ooh.
Boy.
Oh, this is funny. So in 1992, a 16-year-old Japanese foreign exchange student in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Scott and I had our honeymoon in Baton Rouge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know why we picked Baton Rouge. We had a good time.
Necessary to say why.
I think,
I
I think I didn't want to wait to start the honeymoon by driving all the way to New Orleans. I was ready to start.
well, then, yeah.
The weather was bad. He paid the ultimate price after accidentally ringing the wrong doorbell on his way to a Halloween party. So, Yoshishiro Hatari had been unfamiliar with the neighborhood when he and a friend arrived at the home of Rodney Pierce, a nearby neighbor who opened the door armed with a .44 Magnum revolver. Although Hattori allegedly said, "We're here for the party," Pierce claimed he feared for his life and ordered the student to freeze. When Hattori misunderstood the command and kept approaching, Pierce shot him. After being questioned, the perpetrator was arrested but later acquitted of manslaughter. It's unknown what kind of Halloween costume Hattori wore to warrant such a reaction.
That's brutal.
It is. That is.
That's brutal.
That is. So, yeah, and that was in 1992.
Oh, my God. That's even, ooh.
It'd be interesting to go to that property now, though.
Yeah.
So, Harry Houdini died after being punched by a college student.
Yes.
Famed magician Harry Houdini claimed that he could take a blow to the abdomen without being taken down. And on October 22nd, 1926, a student at McGill University asked if he could prove it. Houdini, who'd been sitting in his dressing room during an engagement at the Montreal University, obliged. Although he had allegedly braced himself, the student's 4 punches left the performer in great pain. After suffering for 2 days, Houdini decided to seek medical help. About this time, he was suffering from a severe fever and acute appendicitis. So it may not have actually been the blows that did it. It may have just triggered the appendicitis.
Yeah.
So, defying doctor's orders, he performed instead of undergoing the recommended emergency surgery, and when the curtains closed, he collapsed. And despite having his appendix removed afterward, he passed away on Halloween, surrounded by his
Born
family.
on Halloween, and he died on Halloween.
Yeah, I think so. And I went through hell on Halloween. I was married on Halloween once.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was sad.
I just don't know that I like getting married on holidays, especially ones that I like.
Well, I would love to say we planned this great wedding and we knew it was, when we picked a date, I didn't even realize it was Halloween. It was like, that's the weekend I had free because I was working. And we could go to my dad's and we could have this little home service and blah, blah, so it wasn't a lot of thought given to that.
Well, I'm not going to say I never would. I would just, like to think it would be more of a special day of some, I don't know, Halloween to me or getting married on Day of the Dead would be, yeah, I could see that.
Well, if something ever happened, Scott and I were married the day before Thanksgiving.
Of that year.
The year that, yeah. So whatever. Yeah. So anyways, the day before Thanksgiving that time. Right. If I ever got married again, I would get married actually on Thanksgiving because he'd have to be a turkey to get married to me at this age.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
What?
What's wrong with getting married when you're older?
Nothing.
Why would he have to be a turkey?
Because it wouldn't be a funny joke if I didn't say because I'm older. Luann, it's a joke.
Okay,
any man that gets to marry me,
it's on 75.
Yeah.
Headed north.
Any man that gets to marry me is a privilege and an honor for him. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Moving on. This one's called a deadly finale. On Halloween Day in 1963, so we're getting more in the future now, the Indiana State Fair held a Holidays on Ice skating exhibit for a crowd of hundreds. The grand finale was not what anyone expected. Oh, this is going to be gross. Unbeknownst to organizers at the Indiana State Fairgrounds Coliseum, propane gas had been leaking from a nearby tank into the poorly ventilated room. During a final act called Mardi Gras, the propane gas caught fire, leading to a horrific explosion that propelled onlookers from their chair. Oh, good God. I don't read this before I come on the show. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
The death toll was 74, and 400 additional people were injured. So
oh, my goodness.
Halloween Day, 1963. Whew.
Wow. That is sad.
It is sad. Really sad. All right, the next one is a prank gone wrong. Don't they always? Pranks never work
Some
out.
of them do. Some of them can. Yes.
The tradition of throwing eggs at people on Halloween is at best a harmless prank, or at worst, it can become deadly. This was the case for Carl Jackson, a 21-year-old data entry clerk at Morgan Stanley, who usually never left the house on Halloween as he thought it was dangerous.
Yeah.
Obviously it was.
Dun, dun, dun.
On October 31st, 1995, his worst fear became a reality.
No.
Jackson had decided to venture out to pick up his girlfriend's son from a party. Along the way, a group of teens pelted his car with eggs, so Jackson got out to confront them. But as he was getting back into the car, one of the pranksters pulled a gun and fatally shot him in the head.
No.
Over eggs, for God's sake.
Because he complained about the eggs.
Yes.
Because he got out of the car.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. That really is. So, vanished without a trace. To this day, no one knows what happened to Hung Yong Cindy Song. Say that 5 times really fast. Hung Yong Cindy Song, a 39-year-old grad student at Penn State University who disappeared without a trace after leaving a Halloween party after midnight in 2001. Song had stopped by a friend's home in the early morning hours, still decked out in her bunny costume, and accepted a lift home from about 4 a.m. Slightly intoxicated, she managed to get inside her home and drop off her belongings, including her backpack and cell phone. She even removed her false eyelashes, because that's very important.
Yeah, got to get that first.
But Song herself was never seen again. Investigators found no evidence of foul play and no activity on her credit cards or cell phone. The case eventually went cold. Now that was creepy.
Yeah.
Especially in 2001, you think so?
Yeah.
There's usually some sort of, that's weird.
I wonder if somebody was dressed as the big bad wolf at that party. That'd be my first suspect.
Ooh, rabbit stew.
Yeah. A murder predicted by a serial killer. David Berkowitz became infamous in the 70s as the Son of Sam serial killer, but not many people know that he could also predict the future. Berkowitz was incarcerated when 39-year-old Ronald Sisman and 20-year-old Elizabeth Platzman were beaten and shot to death in their Manhattan home in the early morning hours of Halloween in 1981. A fellow prisoner claimed that Son of Sam had previously told him that a cult was planning to carry out just such a massacre. Berkowitz was allegedly even able to describe the victim's apartment to a T, but police didn't have enough evidence to charge him with involvement in the murders, which remain unsolved. Now that's creepy.
Wow.
Well, you know, sometimes people will confide in someone who's in the prison system for
Yeah.
murder and say, "Oh, we're going to do this. What do you think?" You know.
I think they used to read all of the letters that they got, but I don't guess they do that now, do they?
I don't know. I don't know.
And I know that internet's restricted in most prisons.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I think what creeps me out, what really creeps me out, are the ones like the Zodiac Killer, where it is so mental. You know, you're having to really put all those pieces together, and it could be anybody, any place, anywhere, anything. To me, now that's creepy. That puts me on edge.
Yeah, because they're so intelligent that, but
They are dangerous.
well, yeah, because there's always a balance or a symmetry. So if you have that much intelligence, it's like, of course, they're devoid of emotion because that would be too much to juggle. They can only,
Right.
Does that make sense?
You can only do so much, one or the other.
Yeah. The freakish decoration was real. Dum, bum, bum.
Ew. Ew.
If there was a prize for the most morbid Halloween decoration in Frederica, Delaware in 2005, it would have gone to the body hanging from a tree. It would have beaten out the fake witches, skeletons, and jack-o'-lanterns dotting the neighborhood. For hours, people passed by admiring it. Of course, it had an edge over the other decorations. This was a real body. Why can't I talk? Police believe it was that of a woman who had committed suicide the night before.
Ew.
How can people not tell? I mean, wouldn't it smell or?
It would start to after 24 hours.
You would
It
think.
depends on how close the tree was and, which way the wind's blowing, I guess. And
See, things like that freak me out. Not that they happen, but that people didn't notice. That's what freaks me out.
yeah.
Okay. Men in tutus shouldn't criticize.
Okay.
Oh, okie dokie.
All right. In 2012, in the early hours of the morning after Halloween, a tutu-clad Marine spotted a uniform-clad man in a wheelchair and thought the man's costume was a weak attempt at mocking the military, so he attacked him. As the Marine learned upon his arrest, the man's wardrobe was not a comment on our servicemen and women. He was, in fact, a disabled veteran.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus, people. Oh,
Do you think there was some alcohol involved with that tutu?
I would think so. Too much.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm bringing my drum in here next time.
I don't think I have a drum on my sound machine, do I? No, I don't. That's too bad.
All right, there really are monsters. It's every parent's nightmare. Your child comes home from a trick-or-treating with spiked candy. One of the Halloween stories that helped propel this fear was the murder of Timothy O'Brien in 1974. The 8-year-old was from Deer Park, Texas, and died Halloween night after ingesting poison candy. Making this crime more horrific is the fact that the perpetrator was not a neighbor, but the boy's own father, who sought to cash in his son's life insurance.
That's really wrong.
That's I can't even give you a name for that.
Yeah, that would be a case for dying now.
The note: the most frightening thing about the graveyard kit in Oregon, an Oregon woman bought at the Kmart in 2012 was the note she found inside. So it's one of those kits for decorating. It was written by a Chinese factory worker who claimed he and others were tortured and enslaved in a forced labor camp making toys 15 hours a day with no pay or days off. He went on to plead for the letter to be forwarded to the World Human Rights Organization. The woman did just that, and the Chinese worker was freed when the camp was exposed months later.
Oh, wow.
That was a good deed.
Yeah. Isn't that terrible, though?
Wow, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I think there's more of that than we would like to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Neither rain nor sleet nor decomposing body. It's bad enough to have collapsed and died alone on your own front porch steps, but adding insult to injury, the morning after this 2012 Halloween tragedy, the mailman, assuming the body was an excellent Halloween decoration, sidestepped the deceased on his way to delivering the corpse's mail.
Okay.
I guess when he went back the next day and realized that the person hadn't moved, maybe he inspected it a little closer.
Oh, Jesus.
So, next time, go as a ghost. Sometimes the costume is just too good. In 2012, a 9-year-old wearing a black outfit and a black hat with a white tassel was mistaken for a skunk by a relative and shot.
What?
No.
The girl survived. Do you think there was alcohol involved in that?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think it was meth. No. I don't think there's enough alcohol in the world that can make you think a little girl looked like a skunk.
And she was 9?
Yes. Get
That might be
real.
the world's largest skunk.
Skunk.
That was some meth or some acid or something going on there.
Let's just say something was going down.
Yeah. A killer
What a
costume.
maroon. What a moron. Oh, my God.
I know. I really want to know where this happened because if it's in the South, I'm not surprised. If it is not in the South, I'm very surprised.
Well, it's like when they go to certain states and you go, why did you find the only person that has one tooth to speak?
Yeah.
Why do you find these people?
They keep them on speed dial. They have these set up ahead of time and they keep them on speed dial.
Oh, my goodness. One tooth, and they're talking.
We're going to be downtown today.
What?
Can you show up?
What?
Yeah, we're going to be downtown. Can y'all get there? We'll be there in 10 minutes. We need you there.
Looking for the one tooth individual. Please show up at the corner of.
And the one person that says, yeah, I seen it. It was right over there.
It was real.
You know what that makes me think of? That song, The Street. Did you see it? Yeah, I did. And I said, don't look, Ethel.
I seen it.
Oh, look.
All right, a killer costume. The year was 1957, Halloween night. A couple was getting ready for bed when the doorbell rang. It was late. The husband answered the door, ready to dole out more candy. Instead, an adult wearing a mask shot him in the chest, killing him. Was it a trick-or-treater dissatisfied with the candy selection? Not quite. A murderer, it turns out, was the girlfriend of a woman who had had an affair with the murdered man's wife. Wait, what? What?
Yeah, what?
The girlfriend of a woman who had had an affair with the murdered man's wife.
Oh, boo, y'all! Boo, y'all!
Well, we got it all here.
Wait, you said that was 1957?
Yeah. The woman convinced her girlfriend to do away with the husband in order to have the wife for herself. Ooh, that's a vicious.
Y'all.
That's vicious.
Boom! Was not going. I did not expect that. Wow. That was good. That surprised me.
This is a lesson to you, though. Don't piss women off.
Seriously. Especially if you're going through a hormonal rage. Oh, my God.
Yep. All right. So here we go. Hangry much. You know, the hangry, Hangry. You're hungry and you're angry.
Angry.
Yeah.
Angry.
Candy might be important, but it's certainly not worth your life. Well, I don't know. If you've ever PMS, you would argue with that.
If it's a Twix or a,
Snickers.
Yeah, anything chocolate.
Snickers. My go-to is Snickers with almonds.
Snickers.
Yeah. It was
I like the bite size. I love little bite size.
Well, that's because you can put 2 in your mouth and have them in your cheeks.
Like a chipmunk.
Yeah, like a little chipmunk.
That or a monkey.
I'm not going there. I had something else to say. All right. So what was I doing? Oh, so it was Halloween night 2011 when a 55-year-old Chicago resident realized his candy bag was missing. Why does he have a candy bag? He blamed a neighbor for the missing sweets and took his revenge to an extreme, stabbing her to death with several steak knives. Not one, several.
Oh, ow.
What the hell?
Ouch.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, here's another prank, a devastating prank. Halloween is known for both tricks and treats, but some pranks just go too far. In 1998, a Bronx man was in the car with his girlfriend to pick up her 9-year-old son from a Halloween party. When a group of teens, oh, this is the same one, started egging the car, the man got out and an argument started and he sat back down in the car. One of the teenagers shot him in the head. Oh, how did they get on there twice? That's weird. That's
kind of like the it's like a tale that's just been told over and over and over, and they've changed, some of the details.
Yeah.
All right. This one is a missing tot. This is on Halloween Day in 1955. Marilyn Damon went to a food fair on Long Island to do some shopping. She brought her children, 2-year-old Stephen, 7-month-old Pamela, telling Stephen to be good and watch his little sister. Okay, you're going to leave a 2-year-old to watch a child. Oh, my God.
Never.
That's the problem.
She left the children outside while she went into the store. She returned 10 minutes later to find the children had disappeared, stroller and all. Pamela's baby stroller with the unarmed 7-month-old was inside was found a short distance away, but Long Island police were never able to locate Stephen. What the hell?
Well, that's creepy.
I mean, I know it was back in 1955, but seriously?
That's creepy.
That is.
Well, Long Island, right?
Yeah.
Creepy.
Creepy. Stupid. Stupid.
Yeah.
I should have given that a thumbs down. Is there a thumbs down? No.
No. These are just telling the facts, ma'am. Telling the facts.
Creepy stories of Halloween.
Yeah. Don't lose your head. This is our last one.
Uh-oh.
People thinking this has been a weird list. People thinking dead bodies at Halloween decorations seems to be a gruesome trend in these Halloween stories. However, in 2017, the opposite actually happened. In mid-September, police in Greene County, Tennessee, received a panicked phone call from a man who believed there was a beheaded corpse in his neighbor's driveway. People arrived on the scene only to find that the owner of the home had actually just put out his creepy Halloween display a little early. Do not call 911 reporting a dead body, the police department's Facebook page wrote. Instead, congratulate the homeowner on a great display.
Oh, that's good.
Ba-bum.
Boom.
How funny is that? Though that the police had to put a disclaimer out. Don't call us.
Well, it was 2017. They had to CYA.
CYA.
Cover your ass.
I know that. I know
of course.
that. I'm just like, just say it. Say it. Say it.
Okay, I'm drinking. I don't.
So that's our list. And as we continue on with our Halloweening, did y'all notice that I put a Facebook or a YouTube video up and shared it on Facebook? Part 2 of our introduction to unfinished business.
I didn't know, and I would go and look.
Look, Elizabeth's like a deer in the headlights trying to cover her ass. Well, of course.
Of course I know.
Now, when did you put it out? When did you put it out? I didn't lie. When did you put it out?
About 2 hours ago. Oh my God, it was a pain in the ass to put together.
That's why my cousin brought her child this morning so she could go and have a sonogram. You know that old saying, I'd rather be 40 than pregnant? I think she's 38.
Oh my God.
I'd rather be 40 than pregnant.
Well, now that's the most creepy Halloween story I've ever heard.
And everything looked fine, they said, but oh, wow.
Does she know what the sex is?
I think it's a girl.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And she has an older girl that's 6, and then her significant other has a 6-year-old, and then a girl that's older. She looked like she was about 10.
They got a bunch of girls.
Goodness.
Yeah.
They can start a baseball team.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So they'll between the two of them, they'll have 4 children.
Oh my word.
Yeah, well, that's kind of exciting, right?
Oh my gosh.
I am so excited that it's her.
Thank you that it is not me.
No, I wanted a lot of kids when I was younger, but the idea of doing it as a grandparent would just be overwhelming, you know.
Yeah.
I do, but I am thrilled when other people are having children. Thrilled. I am.
Yeah.
I love babies. I do.
Yeah, I wanted to have 6 children when I was like 21, 22.
I wanted to have a lot of children, and I wound up with a lot of husbands, but it's kind of the same thing. It's not much different.
In ways, it is.
Except it didn't ruin my figure as bad.
Well,
I love my children. I'm glad I have them in my life.
yeah, I love my children too.
You're going to go to hell for lying.
I have ghost children. What are y'all talking about? I have really nice.
Well, AJ and his brother, right, are a lot like your children. They were with you so much.
In the beginning, yeah.
Who is AJ?
That is my second oldest nephew.
Did you help raise him? Or they just spent a lot of time visiting? Or
Well, you know, my mom was just the ultimate grandmother. She just loved her kids. I mean, she loved kids in general, just, you know. And her grandchildren were just the ultimate. And then her great-grandchildren were the ultimate, you know. She just loved her kid, all boys, 4 boys.
Well, it's fun when you can help raise them and not have to have all the responsibility and mold their little minds. And, you know, like my little grandson told me the day, he goes, you're really a good grandmother. And he's so precocious sometimes. I'm like, really? Do you know what a good grandmother does? He goes, yes, she loves you, but she doesn't let you get away with crap, and she teaches you stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I go, yeah, you're right. I'm a good grandmother then.
Yeah.
My mother was really good about getting the kids started, you know, early with books and reading. And,
Yeah, me too.
Computers and all that stuff. And so it made a huge difference. I mean, and we love to play games and stuff like that. That was always a family, you know, fun thing. And I think Neil got the benefit of that. AJ maybe not so much, but AJ wasn't, you know, the adventurous one. He just kind of wanted to stay home because he could just stay home, you know.
She froze.
Without Neil, it was like, wow, freedom. You know, I can get the attention. So, and I don't blame him. I know how that felt, you know. So.
Well, I was big on
then I have 2 great nephews.
So they're great.
And then they're great nephews.
So these are your brothers' kids and grandkids.
Yes.
Okay. So
my brothers started it all.
That's cool.
Well, because some women elect not to do that, not to participate in adding to the population of the world.
I've helped populate the species in the beginning of the world. I've done my thing. But like, no, not this life.
You don't get out of. No, never
So
mind.
I must have been married 1,000 times and had a gazillion kids. It's like, no, not now. Not this lifetime.
We got to change subjects because everything coming to my mind is just so inappropriate. It's just, and I can't help it.
Oh.
I cannot help it.
Okay.
So next week we will continue on with Halloweening.
Great. What are we going to do?
How many?
Yes.
What do y'all want me to research for next week? What's of interest?
I don't know.
Maybe where some of the traditions come from.
That would be great.
That would
because
be interesting.
yeah.
That would be interesting. I'll do show and tell. Why did I say that? Why did that come out of my mouth?
Yeah. That bordello is still in her blood. What can I tell you?
It is. I'm trying to maintain. It's like, oh my goodness.
So what are you going to show and tell us? What are you going to show and tell us?
Probably I've got a couple of I got a crystal ball that lights up. That's really pretty. I don't know if that will show well on the screen,
No, we'll
but
try.
I have a couple of things. I've got some lights and stuff.
Well, we'll try. We'll try and see what happens.
Cool stuff. Mostly Day of the Dead stuff. I can show you my some of my skulls.
That'd be cool. I showed you the one I got for Scott, didn't I?
Yes. It was
Yeah.
very pretty.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Did he like
That was
it?
awesome.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
it. I hate it, but he loves it. He loves it. It's a skull.
I'll take you on a little adventure. I'll show you maybe I'll use the phone and go in there and show you the cabinet full of skulls.
Yeah, do that. Do that. And that way I can look for entrances that are unprotected for me to get in the house.
There are none.
Of course you.
There are none.
There really are none.
Oh my God, this is so fun.
I don't think there are. Oh, and thanks for the Halloween cards, people. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, make sure that they include money. That's even better.
Halloween money, yes. Thank you. Yes, Halloween money.
Well,
Death money.
See, that's my whole thing. I don't get these holidays that you don't get presents. You get presents on Valentine's. You get presents at Christmas. These other holidays just suck. You don't get presents.
Halloween's candy. It's just
You
all
get Halloween candy for
No, I have to
Halloween.
buy Halloween candy at this age. I have to buy it to give to others.
And you never have anything left, right?
That's not the same. I want something with a lot of bows on it, and you get to open the package and go, ooh, what could that be? Ooh, ah. Ooh, it jiggles. Oh, I bet it's shiny.
Ooh, it makes a sound.
Yeah.
Ooh, shiny thing.
Yeah.
It's called a trick-or-treat bag. Trick-or-treat bag. Oh, my God, I got a rock.
Well, there's a lot of people based on what I saw at Sam's Sunday. I had to go get protein shakes, and tons of people were buying Halloween candy. So I guess a lot of people are still planning to pass out Halloween candy.
Well,
I think people are trying to be creative with it,
I'm going to sit on the porch and throw it at the kids.
I still say that's the greatest idea. Roll down your window, let me throw it at you.
Yeah.
yeah, people are making
Then
big
the
shoots.
adventure is when you get home, you have to clean out the car so you can find it.
I will probably do for the grandkids like I did Easter. At Easter, I went to the dollar store and got a bunch of the little plastic eggs, and I filled them up with money and candy, and I went out there and threw them in their front yard, and then called them and says, go check. I think the Easter bunny pooped on your yard.
Oh my God.
And they
That's
went,
cute.
Awesome.
and they went out
That is
there.
really awesome.
So I thought I'd just go get a big, huge bag of candy and just scattered it all over the front yard and let them come get the candy and pick it out of the yard.
Well, I've got a squirrel out in the back who's got like condos out there. I mean, it's like this huge nest up in the tree, and there's one in the neighbor's yard, and there's another one over in the next door neighbor's yard. And if I leave stuff out like that, he is like, squirrel radar. Oh, she's got something out there. I can tell.
Well,
So that would be gone.
My cousin has this beautiful talent of putting together like these baskets and decorating them and all that. She goes, you should do that for the kids. I'm like, no, it's more fun to watch them run through the yard and find over the candy. I said, I've got to get something out of it.
I think that, as when they're younger, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to see is the eggs and them going after the eggs. But maybe when they're older, you'll do them a basket or something.
Well, one of the funniest things we ever had in the backyard was my oldest nephew, and this is his oldest. And so Neil was Bobby was out there, hiding the eggs, and there's this little one following right behind him, and everywhere everywhere Bobby placed something, Neil was right behind him, picking them all up. And Mother and I just stood there and watched. It's like, oh my God, look at that! Look what he's doing! He's going behind him.
Smart.
And we watched until they got all the way around, and Bob turns around and goes, What is this? And Neil had a full basket of eggs. It was like, oh my God, it was the ultimate. It was like, oh, that was so cute.
That is awesome. I love it.
So meticulous and, putting it into the ground and, kind of, pushing some grass over and stuff. It was like, nah, this kid knew.
No, you're not going to mess with me. Levanne, let me clarify something for you. My grandkids are 10 and 11. There's 2 10-year-olds and one 11-year-old. I'm going to do this till they're 16 and buy them a car. So we're just going to go from scattered to a car. So,
My kids got things like Easter. I got them hollow Easter bunnies like till they were in their 20s.
Well, see,
Yeah.
you're one of those frou-frou ladies. I'm not a frou-frou lady.
I didn't do anything special. I just said, "Here's your bunny."
Yeah.
And they would go, "Oh, Mom." So I did the same thing at Halloween. I would find something special that said Halloween. I have one child that loves those candy corns.
I'd rather throw eggs at the kids. That would be fun. Play dodgeball with the eggs.
You guys eat that candy corn.
I don't like candy corn. That's gross.
I don't either. It's only good for things.
I found a recipe
Really
for
good things.
I found a recipe
corn.
for a cake with candy corn.
Oh, good God.
Oh my God. Okay.
Here's some big orange chunks for you. Use that for your candy corn.
No.
Oh my God.
I just don't like it. It's just it's too sweet to me. It's just,
No, it's just gross. I did do something really funny though, and I don't know why I did it, but I was compelled to. I at the thrift store the other day, they had a crystal candy dish that looked like one my grandmother had, and I bought it and I put it in my living room, and now I'm searching for orange sugar slice candy so I can put it in that bowl, because that's what she always kept in that bowl.
That is awesome. Well, Walmart's got plenty of that orange slices.
Yeah.
Walmart has orange slices, but they're not in the big bag. They're the smaller bags.
Well, I got to get some of that because right now
I say
love that stuff. Oh my God, she loved that stuff. And if I wanted to make her happy, man, I would get a small bag. She was in heaven.
Well,
She
you tell her I'm
loved
going to get some. She can come visit me sometime.
Well,
Hello.
over there. I mean, just invite her over. I mean, it's not like it.
Frankly, Eleanor, I'm just surprised and shocked and a little put out that you haven't been to see me yet. Seriously.
Seriously, I would be shocked and mortified as well.
you know what? She's still giving good hugs. I saw her when Elizabeth was really, really sick, right after we brought Elizabeth home. And she still gives good hugs.
Well, I'm not a hugger, so you don't have to hug me, but you can come over here and talk to me, and I'll give you an orange slice when I get them.
Well, y'all both could talk trash real well. Y'all both could surprise each other, I'm sure.
That'd be fun. I like women that do that. You know who I would be good friends with if she was still alive? Mae West.
Yeah.
I love Mae West.
Yeah, that woman was smart.
Yes, very, very smart.
Extremely savvy businesswoman.
And she did not take shit off anybody.
No, she did not.
No.
Whoever they are, she discovered Cary Grant. Now, I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh.
Well, she tried to convert him, but she couldn't convert him.
No, I take that back. Yeah, no, it was Cary Grant. It was Cary Grant.
Was he gay?
I think he was bi. I think he was
when
bi.
He used to do the college circuits, which, oh my God, if I could have just been a student somewhere just to listen to him, what he had to say. And somebody asked him that, and he said he wasn't going to answer that. And the student said, why? And he said, you always leave somebody with a little bit of mystery in their life. Give a little bit of mystery. That's what makes you unique. Don't give it all out. Don't just give it away. Give it unique. But he loved his daughter. Oh my God, he loved her so much.
Well, I have a theory about some of the older actors and actresses. It seems like there was a lot of them that were actually gay or they were bisexual. And I don't think it was so much about sexuality, fluidity, but it was about the fact that they had to be rebels and also have a different type of frame of mind to even go to Hollywood back then. Because, seriously, even though people idolized stars, they were also thought of as kind of trashy at times, and they were not considered to be good company. Back then you would not see the Queen of England having them as guests like she does now and things like that.
Exactly.
And I just think that they were people that were very comfortable in their own skin and didn't feel like they had to fly by conventional rules, period. If it felt good, you did it, A lot of drugs back then. Cary Grant dropped acid a lot, Yeah.
But he found that very therapeutic for him. He found it very therapeutic.
You mean drugs he found therapeutic?
Yeah.
LSD.
Yeah, LSD.
Oh.
LSD. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was connected to Randolph Scott, which is just a contrast in itself. You've got the cowboy and the sophistication. You know, what a drastic comparison.
You know that John Wayne did not like horses? That cracks me up. He was not fond of horses. Isn't that interesting?
Did you know that Gary Cooper was an architect? He could actually draw.
Yes. Yes.
It just blows my mind.
But you know, acting. I don't think it was so much about the money. I think it was about the freedom. I think there was just a freedom on so many levels.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
All right. So yesterday we were having a conversation about whether or not we'd have Isaac Bradfield on Thursday because he's a very busy man and he has accommodated us. We're going to pre-record him and have it on the show Thursday. So I'm excited about that because he's really a smart man and I like smart people. And even if, you know, I don't understand everything he says, he doesn't make me feel stupid for asking questions. That's the other thing I like about him. So, you know, it doesn't help to be smart if you can't share that intelligence with people where they can understand it. So,
well, he's a teacher. He's really, really good.
He is. He's very good. So we will be with him on Thursday. I'm not going to stay out of trouble, but I'll think about y'all.
Well, I'm just busy right now.
Oh, so busy. I'm so busy.
I have so much to do.
Look, I'm a beekeeper. I'm a beekeeper.
How much Kahlua did you put in that?
I didn't have Kahlua today. I'm just a fun person. I like to goof off and have fun. I don't need to drink to have fun. So
No, but it certainly relaxes one.
well, look at her as she guzzles that down.
My son was kind enough to bring me rum and Coke.
Well, good for him. I'm glad to see.
God.
I'm glad to see that.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you that's not a good look for you.
What?
For Elizabeth.
Oh, the head thing?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if I cared, I would.
Well, I think you do care deep down.
Sorry. Oh, Elizabeth, look what I found.
Her breast. She found her breast.
Remember the little things we got that said our word of the year?
Oh my God, your word. It's like simplify.
Simplify is my word of the year. Well, we got them in December?
I think so.
Yeah, last December. So
Well,
I found it.
Oh, wow. I don't even know where my word is. I think it was mutate or something.
mutate. At least it wasn't simpleton.
I don't even know. Well, I've rearranged the pentagon and all this stuff.
Well, I found it. I was looking for some other things, and obviously I need to clean up my closet.
Well, that is awesome. I am excited about that. That's the perfect time for that to show up.
Right. It is. It's
awesome.
a great time.
Yeah. I'm so glad you found that bag, though, full of all those treasures. That is awesome.
Yes, those were all because Elizabeth gave me a
gift card for Sam Moon.
Thank you.
We went through this earlier and she couldn't think of gift card and she couldn't think of Sam Moon.
It's the Alzheimer's. It just kind of clicks in every now and then, you know.
You know, if you put everything up when you got home, you wouldn't have to worry about losing it.
Yeah, well, you know, then it gets in a safe place.
You know what that is?
It's a flock.
It's playing the piano.
Yes.
I hear nothing.
No, it's a flock. So think giving someone the bird and then having a flock of birds.
I had a flock for you.
I got a thought for
Here's
you.
a flock for you.
I got a thought for you.
Real. What a flock and real idea.
And they think I'm drinking? Are you kidding me?
You know what? One of my all-time favorite things to do is drink. Is let Luann get a mouthful of something, and then just,
Zing me.
something out, and she doesn't.
Trust me.
So here we
I relate to that.
No, here we are at Panera in public, for God's sakes, having a nice conversation with some coffee and a cookie.
A cookie?
And I take this big drink of coffee, and she blurts something out, and I spit coffee out of my mouth, through my nose, and into the floor.
It was bad. It was. Well, we were talking about having to have a colonoscopy.
Oh, yeah, that would make me squirt, too.
And it was like, so I was being really serious, actually. I wasn't really joking about it. It was like, people are going, oh, you need a colonoscopy and you should be, get in the right frame of mind. I'm going, who the hell says, oh my God, I'm having a colonoscopy. I'm so excited.
That's when I lost it.
I do. I love having them.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you why. Whatever they use for that twilight sleep that they put you under, I react to it really well. And I wake up. Yes, I wake up and it's like I've had 8 hours sleep. I wake right up. The nurse says, it's the freakiest thing. She goes, I've never seen one like you. This is ridiculous. And I feel wonderful. And we go out to eat. We go shopping. We go to the movies. We go dance. I mean, I am busy because I get it done in the morning and then I am bang, bang, bang all day long. I feel wonderful.
Wow.
I do.
She needed an IV with that.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Well, someone told me that the stuff that they give you for the colonoscopies is the same thing that killed Michael Jackson, though.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I
I
was.
don't think so. They give Versed, and I don't think they give propanol.
Well, the nurse goes, she goes, I've never seen anything like that. She goes, I've been doing this for 25 years. I've never seen anything like this in my life. They go, wake up, Miss Rose. And I go, hi. I'm wide awake. I'm like, let me up. Let's go. I'm hungry. I feel like I'm 12 years old. I'm so rested.
Wow.
I would like to bottle some of whatever that is, but it probably wouldn't react with me the same way.
Well, I asked if I could get one twice a year, and they won't let me come, damn it.
Oh, dear.
Okay, no.
They're gonna think you're a little perverted twice a year.
I'm not going to go there.
I just want to feel good like that. It's an incredible feeling. It really is, to feel that rested, and not have a hangover. Scott is hard to get up, and wake up. When Mother has anesthesia, she's hard to wake up. I'm like, yay, party.
I'm here.
Well, after having that little round of gallbladder stuff, I found, I'm not used to any kind of medication that, especially heavy duty stuff. And they'd say, well, have you had so and so and such and such? No. Well, you've never had this? No. You never been in the hospital? No.
It was hard to get. Yeah, it was hard to get them to understand. No. This is the first time she's had an IV.
First time.
The first time she's been in the hospital. Yeah. The first time she's been this ill. Let's get this straight.
He doesn't understand, and I didn't understand what they were asking. So if you take a blah, 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 I'm going, I don't even know, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
See, I'm the same way. I don't know what a lot of stuff is, though I've had several surgeries, but Scott says I'm hilarious under anesthesia. He goes, when they're putting me under, I just start talking, go figure. And
Lord.
And they were trying to get an oxygen tube down my throat when I had my last knee replacement. And he goes, and the guy's going, oh my God, her voice is really, really tight. And the nurse, when I woke up, she was laughing. She goes, I reached up there and grabbed the guy's hand and said, that's not all that's tight.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I'm even dirty under anesthesia.
The poor anesthesiologist.
Mm-hmm.
And then I proceeded to talk dirty to my doctor and tell him what I was going to do to him when I got out there.
Oh my goodness.
Did he tell you what you said?
Yeah, the nurses did. They were laughing their asses off. They're like, "Oh, Miss Rose, you are hilarious."
Oh dear.
Well, what is the go-to drug that they usually put you on, and you can
Morphine.
What a waste of energy.
Yeah.
What a waste of energy, time, and pain.
Well, I can't do morphine. It makes me sick. It makes me sick.
It's just like,
It's like taking water.
we're going to be here for about 30 minutes and we're going to kind of make you a little bit sick at your stomach and then we're going to leave.
Now,
Seriously.
morphine, I burn up. My temperature goes sky high, and then I get the dry heaves. And when you've had surgery, you don't want the dry heaves.
No.
You know?
And that's all I had.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need anything else. It's like, don't make me anything. Don't give me something that's going to make me sick in my stomach.
Exactly. And it says, funny as I am under anesthesia, I'm that mean when I'm under morphine. Oh, my God. I will read you the riot act.
Like, what a waste of my blood cells.
Yeah.
What a waste of my body.
Well, we're talking like old women, so it's time to get off.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right. I enjoyed it. We're continuing Halloweeny. What are we doing? What did you want me to do? Oh, the
Traditions.
The traditions. Yeah. Traditions.
Oh my God, we're on the same wavelength. Oh, out of my head, out of my head.
If I were a rich man. All day long I'd pity man. If I were a wealthy man.
Hey!
I love that movie.
Holy moly.
Okay.
All right, wait a minute. I got to read. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me.
I'm going to have that in my head all day.
Yeah. All right, we're glad you're here. Thanks for coming. Go to our YouTube channel, Spiritual Neighborhood Network, and subscribe. Go to Spiritual Neighborhood on Facebook. I need 15 more likes so we hit 1,000. Yeah, you people are pissing me off. Go like the damn page, for God's sake. If you're watching this, you've enjoyed at least one show. Go watch it. Go like
Like
it.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
That's one subscribe. That's worth one subscribe.
Yes, it is. So we're here to teach that the body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. And we would love to have you on our show so we don't have to sit here and talk to ourselves all the time. So come see us.
Amen to that.
Although we are pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we are sometimes.
Yeah, we are.
We have our moments. That
And
is
cute. We're cute too.
I'm adorable.
not today, but as a rule, we try to. Gee whiz, maybe I don't need to be. Woo, that's bad.
I'm like a boho Annie Oakley. I'm adorable.
I like you a lot.
All right, like you like. It's time to
Oh,
go.
I put up with y'all. All right. See y'all later.
Bye.